Hey everybody, and welcome to Fish Camp and Fix. Today we're going to give you about 5 reasons why we decided to go with a pop-up camper. Hang around. Welcome to the channel again, and today I'm going to be discussing with you why we decided as a family to go with a pop-up camper. Maybe you're looking to getting into camping. Maybe you've been camping. Maybe you've been tent camping and you're trying to think of some reasons or some different ways of going about things. And we just want to share with you our experiences and why we decided to upgrade from tent camping to getting a small pull-behind pop-up camper. And it has really been a good decision for our family. So if you're in the market, if you're looking, if you're trying to make up your mind, if you're trying to decide, I suggest watching several videos like the one I'm making today. There's many of them out there, and they will help you get an idea of what you're in for, what you should be looking for, and maybe some things you should be thinking about before you go out and purchase something that might be a good investment for you, or it may turn out that it was something that wasn't meant to be for your family. So stick around, and I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why our family decided to buy a pop-up camper. First of all, number one reason why we decided to go with a pop-up camper is because it got us off the ground, so to speak. We had a bad experience back in December tent camping where it blew up a storm on us in the middle of the night. A squall line came through and it scared my son quite a bit. And I didn't show it, but in reality I was a little concerned too. There were some big limbs and trees above us and got a little dicey, and then it turned super cold and wet. Our in-laws, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, went along on this camping trip, and they haven't been back, and I don't think they're going back. So to make a long story short, I think that my wife was finished with camping unless we made some changes. So buying a pop-up got us off the ground, so to speak. We can have AC, we can have heat, we're protected more from the elements. It's more contained in that we can just kind of grab it and go. Not everything fits in our pop-up, but when we get ready to go on a camping trip, we can just kind of get it and go. Or with tent camping, there's a lot more packing and a lot more planning, it seems like, that goes into that. So that's the first reason we decided to get a tent or a pop-up camper, is because I think that my wife was finished camping with me and she wanted up off the ground with some of the creature comforts of home like AC and heat. So that's number one. The second reason that we decided to go with a pop-up camper is budget, and that was really important and may have been top of the list, because given the option we may have went with a travel trailer, but the pop-up fit our budget at that time. Let me just say this, before we bought the one that you see behind me, we almost pulled the trigger and bought a brand new pop-up. We had even gone so close as almost shaking hands and making a deal with the salesman for a 2020 Fleetwood, I think it was. I can't remember. But hey, we almost bought a brand new one. I'm so thankful that we didn't do that. We were able to save literally thousands of dollars by buying a used one. This camper that you see is a 2001 Coleman, and it was like brand new. Someone had really taken care of this camper, and you can find one if you look out there that has been really well cared for and stored. And educate yourself on what to look for. But we saved thousands and a decade of making payments on a camper potentially by doing this. But not only that, is we got a stimulus check because they went out for COVID relief, and we were able to pay cash for this one. So how many more camping trips have we been able to take as a family because we don't have that payment to make now? And so this one checked the budget box, and And I would suggest that if there's any way possible, even if you have to buy one and fix it up. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy some junk, somebody's garbage, because you can spend tons of money trying to get somebody's headaches to go away. But if you look and you're patient, you can find one that's affordable, that meets your price point, save your money, and be ready to pounce when a good opportunity comes around. And you can find one and get that thing paid for, and really save your family a lot of money, and give your family a lot more opportunities for adventure because you're not making that payment. So that's reason number 2. It got us off the ground. Motivation for my wife to go camping again. It met our budget requirements. But number 3, it's easy to store. I have a 20 by 20 garage, and it was really important for us, and is really important for us, to protect this investment, because we see, or we think, that in the future that we would like to upgrade to a smaller travel trailer. And we want this camper to be in the same shape that it is then that it is now, so that we can get the maximum trade-in or resale for this camper to take those funds and apply them to our next purchase when we decide to upgrade. So we need to keep the sun off of it. We need to keep the rain off of it, to keep from fading and to keep from weathering, and so that we can get a maximum return on our investment when we decide to trade this thing in or decide to upgrade. So it fit in our garage. It got us off the ground. It was within our budget, and we could care for it by getting it in the dry and out of the sun, out of the weather. So that's reason number 3. Another reason why we decided to go with a pop-up camper is that it was easily towable. Now, I have a large Ford pickup that could tow a large camper. However, it's an older truck. It has a lot of miles on it. Hey, I don't trust the thing to, trust is a bad word. I'm not readily willing to go up and down the interstate, going to the Gulf of Mexico or the Smoky Mountains 6, 8, 9, 10 hours away from here, pulling a camper. It's just not something that I would feel comfortable doing in that older model of a truck with high miles. So that limited us on what we could pull. So my wife, we have a 2016 Ford Escape that has the 1.6 liter EcoBoost. We bought it new. I know it's been well maintained. It's still low miles. So we were looking for something that we could hook to that and tow that helped us with camping, or let us go camping. Well, that shrunk down our options quite a bit. There's not a lot that vehicle can frankly tow. So we began looking at small pop-ups. And what we come up with was the one that you see behind us, and it weighs about 1,300 pounds, which is well within the towing capacity of our vehicle. So I had to do some modifications. I had to buy a reese hitch to go on it because it didn't come with a tow package. I had to wire up install the wiring harness and the plug to wire up lights to the Escape. But hey, it does a great job towing the little pop-up, and so that checked a box for us. It was easy towable. Now let me say this: when we're here local and we're 2 or 3 hours of home, I still pull the pop-up with my truck because you can get so much more stuff in the bed of your pickup. Bicycles are not an issue. Coolers, all the little things, creature comforts that you like to take from home are so easy to put in the bed of the pickup, opposed to trying to find a way to strap them on the camper. But that's reason number 4, is it was easily towable. And let me just say this, and we can call this reason number 5, but I don't think, and there's people that love pop-up camping, and I like pop-up camping, but I don't think you would get my wife to say that it's necessarily better than having a travel trailer. But what it did do for us and our family is it checked the series of boxes that I've just listed for you, and it got us on the road enjoying the outdoors faster than any other way or any other method that we could come up with. And at the end of the day, I think that's the most important thing to consider when deciding what you are going to do with your family, is how you're going to get your family outdoors having fun in the shortest amount of time. And you can do so without compromising safety and comfort, and still keep it affordable, and still go out and make sure that your wife and that your children are having fun. And that's what it was all about for us. And since we've been going, and since we've been making videos, and we've been fishing, and we've been trying new places to eat, and we've been trying new campgrounds, and they've all got different playgrounds and different things that they offer nearby, and it has just been a ton of fun for us. We've got trips coming up next week that we're going to be making videos of, and we hope that you come back and we're going to be sharing some of those with you. But that's just some things that I wanted to share from our family to yours. Maybe you're thinking about getting into camping. Maybe you don't know which direction you want to go, and maybe this helps. That is my hope. One thing that I would like to include before we close this video out is that go back and look at the last video that I posted. You will find that I made a little gift, I like to call it, that I'm going to give away to one of my subscribers. Now what you got to do is watch that video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on that video. In the thumbnail it says free, win this, so you'll know which one I'm talking about, and I'll link it at the end of this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment on that video, and if we draw your name out of the hat, we'll send it to you free of charge. It's just our way of saying thank you, and we appreciate you watching, and we hope that you're having a great day, and God bless you, and remember, who the sun sets free is free indeed. We'll catch you next week, and you have a good day. God bless.